All right, so let's start again. All right, we want to start with stage fright. How to overcome stage fright. I think this is where Zainab will have to learn a lot from it. Now, what exactly is stage fright? One thing you will never see on any podium or any stage is a lion or a tiger that is there telling you, if you climb this stage, I'm going to eat you up. You will never see such things. So why are people so scared about standing in front of a lot of people? Or not even in front of, there are people who are even scared to socialize, to express themselves, to tell people how they feel. Why is it so? Why are people so frightened about opening up, telling people about themselves, or risking being wrong, or risking being laughed at? Why is there so much fear? I know what it takes. Organizing this training was a warfare for me myself. So stage fright is common to every human being. It's not peculiar to one group of people. As a matter of fact, Brian Tracy, who is one of my very close mentors, said every time he speaks, he has to overcome stage fright because every audience is unique and different in their own way. So, but what causes stage fright? Why are we always afraid every time we're told, given an opportunity to speak? The little research I have done about stage fright, I came up with 3 reasons or 4 that could be responsible for people having this phobia for socializing or expressing themselves in front of people. And one of it that I came to see was unpleasant childhood memories. Most children, when they are growing up, unconsciously, you hear parents use the word, get out from that place, stay away from that, don't touch that, don't do this, don't do that, don't handle that, don't go there, don't. And then seldomly, some parents do it very unconsciously without knowing. And then seldomly do they tell the child, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are smart, you are amazing, you are awesome. You are, without using those affirmative words on their children, they use the other side of the words. Then after a while, the child now begins to feel, I'm not good enough. No, I cannot stand there. I'm not worthy. I'm not smart enough. I don't have what it takes to be there. I cannot touch it. I cannot handle it. I cannot do it. And before the child could know what was happening, he or she begins to develop low self-esteem. And this plays on the child's memory until the child becomes an adult. And then the phobia, the root cause of phobia for public speaking or socializing is from childhood, is childhood challenges, molestation, shoutings, beatings, and in the form of correction. Sometimes the correction is too much. It is recommended that if you correct a child with one hand, commend the child with the other hand. Every time your child does something good, tell the child immediately, oh, that was brilliant. Oh, you are smart. Oh, you are wise. Oh, you are amazing. You are beautiful. I love the way you do this. I love the way you did that. That is very innovative. You are smart. You are confident. You are encourage those qualities inside that child. Otherwise, your child will grow up with the mental attitude that I am not sufficient to handle that with myself. And all of us, virtually every human being, have seen himself or herself in this shoe. So the fear of public speaking is simply the insecurity, the internal insecurity, the mental inability or low self-esteem, the way you value yourself. You cannot raise yourself to the point where you feel that whatever the audience is or wherever they are, you have what it takes to express your ideas to them. And so you shy away. And then we see this not only in public speaking, we also see it in leadership. You ask people, oh, we have discovered that you have critical thinking skills. Can you handle this project? They say, no, 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 no. I rather be at the team rather than being the leader of the team. We see people shy away from leadership roles and from every other role because of this challenge. So in public speaking, it is called glossophobia, just the fear of social gathering. And then the second reason I have found out about why people are afraid to speak in public is frequent negative life experiences. Maybe most things you have endeavored to do in life, you failed. For example, you want to do a business, the business failed, you applied for a job, you couldn't get it. In school, you are always scoring 40 and let my people go kind of scores. Then you just feel that, I mean, of what value it is. I don't have any energy. So the constant negative life experiences tend to become something that you live with, that you've embraced to be real about yourself. And so you are seeing your world, you are seeing your life through those negative experiences. So they become a wall, they become a mountain that you find it very difficult to overcome. And so because of these negative experiences, you shy away from letting people know, oh, I have failed 500 times in my life. Oh, I have failed 1.5 million times. I have done. Oh, I have done things I'm not proud of. Oh, so you shy away. You tend to keep it to yourself. You feel if you relate with people and tell them these weaknesses, they are going to laugh at you. They are going to mock at you. They are going to look down on you. You are going to lose your prestige. You're going to lose your integrity. You're going to lose this. You're going to lose that. So let me just stay in my world. So you close the doors to every opportunity to express yourself. And then the third reason why people are afraid to stand in front of an audience is they simply don't have what to say. They don't know what to say at all. They simply don't know the subject. They are not grounded in that particular subject matter, so they become afraid. I mean, you can imagine maybe you read engineering and you are going to stand in front of doctors to address them on medical issues. I mean, naturally, you want to run away. Or they've invited you to speak in an international conference and you didn't just prepare. Of course, that one is a legitimate fear. You should fear for your inability to prepare adequately. But for the other two, they are not correct, because one thing I've observed about audience, 95% of your audience want you to succeed. So why run away from people that have you in their mind, that are tender towards you, that actually love you? So the fear of public speaking is primarily based on childhood memories and unpleasant life experiences. So if you find yourself in these first two, you need to deal with the pictures that you have in your mind about yourself. You find yourself in the third category, you have to make up your mind to make sure you prepare adequately before the due date. So how do you deal with stage fright? The first thing is confront it. I mean, it's not greater than you. I know how shy I was several years ago, and I had to tell myself, look, you will never know how to swim until you enter this water and begin to swim. And when you listen to international public speakers, for example, I will use Brian Tracy again, he will tell you, I didn't go to school. I didn't finish college training. I don't have any certificate. But this is how my life changed. If you listen to another public speaker like Jim Rohn, he will tell you I was broke. I couldn't even afford, is it $1 or $2 to buy something for a child? They share their weaknesses. Almost all of them share their weaknesses. I know one day I was listening to somebody share his life experiences. He said somebody was sick, very sick. We went there, we did all we could do, but the person died anyway. We're happy that we did what we could do, but who knows? Maybe that's what the Creator wants. I mean, I was so blessed that, okay, so people can actually fail. You can never know how many people's life you could encourage by just sharing your failures. I mean, who hasn't failed? Whoever wants to use that against you is not wise enough, it's not brave enough, because everybody has failed at one point or the other. So the first step in overcoming stage fright is confront it. Just tell yourself, I'm afraid to speak, but I'm going to speak anyway. Confront it. And then when you confront your fear, you just discover that there was no fear actually. It was just some kind of mental picture that you had. And then before you know it, people start clapping for you. That was an amazing speech. I'm so happy that you shared those your experiences with us. That is the beauty of confronting the fear of public speaking. It will always be there, I tell you. It will never go away, but every time it comes, you must confront it. The second thing that will help you overcome stage fright is to change your mental picture about yourself. Before now, I used to feel that what do I even have to say that people have to listen to? But I listened to one public speaker. He said the mental attitude you should have before you give your speech is everybody will be so happy to listen to me. They are all eager to hear what I have to say. I mean, with this kind of mental attitude, with this kind of picture, you feel relieved, you feel happy, stress on your shoulders and on your neck and your head, they all disappear. You have to change your mental picture about yourself with respect to public speaking. So what kind of mental picture should you have? Picture yourself as being an international public speaker standing in front of 2,000 professionals and addressing them in your area of expertise, and then all of them giving you a standing ovation. That could be an amazing picture for you to have about yourself. But by all means, never have any negative mental picture about yourself. The reason is that if you do, those pictures will begin to express themselves in your real life. And I'm sure for you to attend this program, it means you really, really want to excel in the area of public speaking. And why shouldn't you? So you must change I have a very positive mental attitude about myself. I know I have something to say, and I'm always with all the people that will listen to me will be amazed, will be happy that they listen to me. And it has helped me a lot. So I prepare with all amount of confidence. I prepare with all amount of enthusiasm and eagerness to come and share my thoughts with the audience. So first, make up your mind to confront it. Second, change the picture you have about yourself with respect to public speaking. And then third, even if you do the first two and you don't do the third one, which is to prepare adequately, nothing will still happen. You'll still be afraid of public speaking, because poor preparation will inevitably lead to poor presentation. If you don't prepare adequately, your presentation will be very poor, and you will have to cover your face or going to waste your audience's time. So by all means, prepare adequately. The suggestions I've heard from most experts is you must know 4 times much more than what your audience know about that subject matter. So it requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of research. It requires a lot of questioning and asking people about their suggestions, about the ideas. You might need to go to history. You might need to go to encyclopedia. You might need to do a lot about that subject matter. So you put yourself at a point where you can address at least 9 out of 10 questions that will come from your audience. So preparation is key to developing self-confidence in public speaking. It is very key. I think it ranks about 75% in my opinion in the best method to develop self-confidence. And what is self-confidence anyway? It's simply telling yourself, I'm afraid to do this thing, but I'll do it anyway. That's all. I'm scared to stand before the people and speak, but I'm going to speak anyway. That's all. That's just self-confidence. It's not more than that. You're afraid to do the thing, but you just summon up the courage to do it anyway. Worst case scenario, you fail. So what? You are not the first. But you did your best. But if you didn't do your best, then you have to blame yourself for that failure. But if you've done your best, you've prepared, you've practiced, you've done everything you could do, and it still didn't go as well as you would want it to go, of course, you can't blame yourself. You've done your very best. Then finally, to overcome stage fright, you have to practice. You must practice, practice, practice. It cannot be overemphasized. You must practice, practice, and practice as much as you can. You must practice day and night. You must practice as often as you can. You must always practice. So these are the simple 4-step method that have really worked for me, and I know that it will work for anyone who really want to develop confidence in themselves, to express themselves anywhere they are. There are really no monster on the stage. It is just you fighting against yourself. And to overcome that self, you must have overcome whatever memory you have from childhood. If you have a bad childhood, you have nasty experiences in life. You know, people failed, people have failed you, people have shouted on you, they've called you names, you've lost your energy. You have to pick your life up again, and then you have to go on with your life. All right, I think this is the little that I have about how to overcome stage fright. So at this junction, I would like us to now discuss extensively on this matter. Thank you very much. Please, suggestions and questions. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. You were talking. Yeah. Thank you so much for the presentation, sir. The question I want to ask is, where should one focus their eyes when
Yes.
full crowd of persons? You know, all eyes are on you, all gaze are on you. So where should your eyes be on your book or ahead of them, or where do you look at? Hello.
Okay. All right.
Did you get
All
my
right, sorry, go
question?
ahead. I didn't hear you well. I was on phone. Sorry.
Okay, I said yeah, I said where should your eyes be focused when speaking in an audience? When somebody that has stage fright, where do you look? Where should your eyes be gazed on?
Okay, when you are
Did
speaking,
you get me? Yeah.
yes, I get your point now, your question. If you are afraid to stand before, usually what happens is you are afraid to climb the podium. But once you climb the podium and you begin to speak, your confidence comes all over you. You're in charge. In fact, sometimes they will have to force you out of that stage. But if you stand there and you are still shy or afraid, look, pick one person that you love among the audience. It could be the host. We start with the host. Just speak for 3 to 5 minutes, looking at the host only, and then try to imagine yourself just discussing with the host, telling the host the idea that you have, and being so natural as you would have spoken with the host over a coffee break. Just focus on the host if you still find yourself scared. And then when you've built that confidence, move your eye to the next person. Now, how to look at people when you are speaking is you can't look at somebody for more than 5 seconds. You are not allowed to look at one person for more than 5 seconds. The allowable time is between 3 to 5 seconds. And while you are looking at that person, let the person feel that you are talking to him or her directly. For example, I could say, while I travel to Gombe State for my NYC and I'm staring directly at you, you will feel that I'm trying to tell you my story. So you will listen to me. Then after 5 seconds, if I want to talk about the bus that I enter, I can look for another person in the audience and try to tell that part of the story to the person. So eye contact during presentation should be when you are making a snappy point. And once you are done, change your eye. But by all means, don't look at the ceiling and don't look at the floor. Are you okay? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you, sir. It's clear.
Okay. Any other
Hello,
one?
can you hear me? Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon. Can you
After,
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, Musa.
Yes, I just want to relate to something you said about losing focus or losing interest, so to say.
Okay.
Well, you see, previously I used to be quite vocal. I could talk to people. I was really enthusiastic about talking to people and communicating. And then I had an experience that really kind of just, disappointed me, and I lost that interest.
Okay.
Gradually, I just became, I had no interest in talking, whatever views, I just keep to myself. And over
Okay.
time, somehow, I just became, passive about talking. And
Okay.
now I'm struggling to rediscover that zeal, that interest to keep me, take me back to where I used to be. To have
Okay.
that zeal, that interest in speaking and putting my views and my ideas across to other people.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Okay. Yeah, Musa, I can quite relate with that. So what I would recommend that you do is just carry your phone. It may cost you some credit anyway. Just if your friend is Al Hassan, I know he's a very good, humorous person, call him and try to speak as you used to speak. And then every time you have opportunity to discuss with your friend, try to revive that enthusiasm. There is no other way it will come back except through practice. So whatever life experiences was, because that's the second bullet point that we have on the slide, frequent negative life experiences. Some of them could be very traumatic. Some of them could be very bad. In fact, some of them could be so bad that it closes the person forever. The person doesn't want to come out again forever. So, but few people had been able to weather the storm and come back. And I want to be one of them. So what you do is just know that the experiences had come and has passed. So, but you must live your life. So every time you speak, bring out that energy, bring out that voice, bring out that Musa that you used to know. And before you know it, you just discover that you are back to where you were. But every time you remind yourself of that experience, it will dampen your spirit and you will never be able to come up. So forget the experience. It's in the past. Let it be in the past. Pick your life again. Refresh your memory. Think about good things about Musa. I'm sure there are so many good things about Musa that you can remember. Think about those ones. They will bring up that enthusiasm and love again, and you'll be able to flow as usual. But you have to constantly practice doing that. Are you okay, Musa?
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
It's Sadia.
Sadia, well done.
Okay, sir. Okay, please, my question is, what if you start and then you're trying to balance the stammering, then the stage phobia again? I don't know how to.
Okay.
So sometimes, as in like when you're done, as a stammer comes as a form of phobia as well.
Oh, okay, I understand. Well, there are speech therapies around.
Yes.
Okay, you might want to visit some, but even, in Toastmasters, I mean, I want to encourage everyone who is not a member of Toastmasters to try and join. We have people who stammer, and then they just continue speaking. I mean, your audience will understand that, yes, you stammer, and then they will bear with you. I know some of those who have similar challenges in Toastmasters, they are amazing speakers. In fact, one of them went for a speech contest in Central and East Africa and West Africa and won. She stammers, but won an international speech contest. So, and when I went close to her, I asked her what was your secret. She said, I went to a speech therapy, I practiced on my own, and then I just believe that I can do it despite this challenge. So one thing you can't give up. That's the basic. You can't give up because of your speech impediment. You could be the person that will encourage every other person out there that speech impediment is not handicap to public speaking. So I will really encourage you to forge ahead, continue doing it. And I tell you, in no time, you will see the speech impairment improving drastically. Okay? Okay? Can you hear me? Hello, Sadia. Hello.
She's around.
Yes.
Thank you, Mentor. That was a good one. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Please, can you make me a co-host so that I can be muting all those that are not speaking and they have their own mic on because it's distracting us. So go to my name.
Okay,
then
I
you
can
will
see your
see
name.
more.
Okay.
Then go to more.
Okay.
Then you make me a co-host.
I should go up. Where should I
to my
go?
name where I okay, go to participant first.
Participants.
Click
Okay.
participant. Yes.
Okay.
Then go to, are you using a phone or
okay,
then go
more.
to where my name is. Yeah,
Okay.
more. Then you
Make host.
make me a co-host.
Okay, you are a co-host now,
No,
sir.
co-host.
You are
Yeah,
a
so I can
co-host.
be able to. No, you make me a host.
Oh, I made you a host.
You make me. Yeah. Okay. Let me make you a co-host. Let
Okay.
me make you co-host. Then you make me.
Whichever one will work. Let's just do it. We're about to round up. We have about 9 minutes. No, maybe tomorrow I will
Okay.
just do, I'll make sure
Yes,
I
all
do
right.
that. I'll make you a co-host.
Okay.
All right.
No problem.
All right, sir.
So
We still
stage
have,
fright is it's real.
sir?
Yes, meant to. Stage fright is real,
Yes, it is. It
and
is.
I had a nasty experience recently, just during the speech contest a few weeks
Okay.
ago. Yeah, I believe I had adequate preparation because I usually practice close to 100 times. I
Wow.
just do a tally on a plain sheet.
Okay.
Just write 1, 2, 3 up to 100. When I
Okay.
practice number 1, then I'll just cancel that one. So
Okay.
minimum is about 80 or 90 times that I do
Wow.
practice my speech.
Wow.
Yes, but in the middle of my speech, my daughter just bumped in, and she completely made me forgot my lines.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Even though I believe I was adequately prepared, but sometimes unforeseen circumstances can make you get distracted. That is why I really like it when in Toastmasters, when you're speaking, they don't allow anybody to come in or walk
Yes.
around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Well, thank you.
but even professional speakers, I watch a video. All the American presidents, when they are going on the stage, they will prepare a demo, just like a stage inside
Yes.
White House, for them to have an idea of how that plays in their speech.
Yes. Very true.
So that's
No,
my contribution.
yeah, thank you very much. Stage fright is actually very, very real, very real. And it has affected so many people, including me. I know sometimes I just appeared and they say you are next on stage. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And then all the things I prepared just go into shambles. And I find myself struggling to gather myself. But forgetting your line is slightly different from stage fright. I think stage fright here means I don't want to speak at all. I don't have what it takes to speak at all. I can't stand before this audience. That's a different aspect of stage fright. And if you are in that category, I would like you to look for someone to help you at that stage so that you don't miss opportunities in life. There are 1,001 opportunities that public speaking can give to you. All right, last question. Any other question we have?
Hello, can I ask a question?
Yes, you can, ma.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, ma, you can.
Okay. I really have complaints about people's complaint that I speak fast.
Okay.
So how can I handle that as in speaking fast? Then the second question I have is about time management. Often I'm giving something to a presentation to me, and most times I see that I'm overrunning the time, and they are like round up time. We have limited time.
Okay.
I don't know this other one, whether we can manage it today, about managing questions at the end of presentation. Some questions could be distracting, some will just take you off guard. How do you manage questions and still get your audience together?
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much for the question. Yeah, it's not too good for a speaker to be too fast. You know, when we were talking earlier, we talked about your speed. When you are making your presentation, your speed is important because sometimes you just have to pause and allow the audience to absorb what you have said before. And again, when I was talking earlier, I said it is good for you to do your rehearsal based on the time limit that you have, so that whatever is not necessary, you would have cut it off to make sure that you are within that time limit. And so you will be able, it will help you manage your time well. So when you are speaking, we'll still discuss further on how to manage your speed when speaking in tomorrow's class. But just to help answer this question is, when you go home today, carry a recorder and begin to talk. If you say more than 60 words in 1 minute, you must bring it down. You must bring it down. I think the allowable minimum is you must say nothing more than 60 words in 1 minute. Although, because it's not good. I went to school, and I went to school, I came back to, and I go home. Your audience will be wondering whether you are talking to them or talking to yourself, or you are rehearsing a rhyme. But when you are talking to an audience, you need to apply pauses. Your volume, your pitch, your speed need to be regulated to fit into the time frame that you've been given. Now, in professional public speaking, it is classified as an insult on your host and your audience to speak beyond the allotted time. So one way to help you speak and manage time well is, before you climb the stage, ask the host, how much time do I have? If they had given you, maybe in your invitation, they've given you 2 hours, and for one reason or the other, it has been reduced to 40 minutes, for instance, don't try to say everything you had come with again. Cut them by 75%. Pick the most important 15% that will still make impact in your audience and stick with that only. Instead of making 4 points that you came with, stick with only 1 and let the other 3 go. And as you are speaking, let your eye not leave the time. Find someone either in the audience, if they have a clock, fine. If they don't, look for a sign somewhere to guide you. Because as a public speaker, you could speak and you don't know that your time has gone. And if after you have finished making your point and someone is asking a question that is not related to what you said, tell the person that very calmly, we will look into that, or can you see me after the meeting so that we discuss one-on-one? Or you said, well, I will respond to that after the presentation. As the person on the stage, you have the right not to answer certain questions. It is your prerogative. In fact, if somebody asks a controversial question, you have the right to ignore it and look for the next question. It is your prerogative. It is not compulsory you must answer every question. So that it is not correct for you to start with baking bread and somebody is asking you on how to run a transport business. They are not related. Tell the person, well, you will discuss with that person extensively after the program, and then look for questions that are related with how to bake bread. That will help you a lot. Then for this speed, as I've said, you need to work on that deliberately using a recorder. Are you okay, ma?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Well, it's exactly 2 o'clock, and like I said, I wouldn't want to keep you 1 minute longer. The training has come to an end for now. Please, if you have any questions, we'll resume by 9 p.m., 9 to 10 p.m. later today. Please put your questions together based on what we have discussed. Tomorrow classes are very important. We are going to look at how to research and arrange your thoughts, and then how to present, especially using the 3x3 matrix. Thank you so much. I hope you learned 1 or 2 things during the training. Hope to see you tomorrow. Have a very pleasant day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster FM.
You're welcome.
Thank you, FM.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.